to your first Salsa beginner course. Welcome to the course and thank you for purchasing it. We are grateful and we will try to teach you from point zero to go all the way to go out salsa clubbing in this course alone. Okay, so let's get dancing and let's get moving. But now we're going to start with our very first basics in salsa, and we're also going to be showing two beginner movement isolation, the hands and the hip. Okay, now let's get started with our first 5 salsa basics. Let's go. Andrea is holding a different angle so we can show you as much as possible through a video and make you actually learn these things correctly. Sometimes you can also turn back to the front. After you learn them, you will know them. We're going to start with the 0 step. I like to call it 0 because it's just stepping on the spot. We're going to do 3 steps on the spot, starting with the left. 1, 2, 3. Now with the right. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now let's try continuous. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, when it comes to salsa, this is a little bit blunt. That's where we're going to come in before we go to more steps and do the hip and also add the hands. First, the hip. When we do the hip leaning on one side, like you're waiting somewhere and you're tired, your bum sticks out on one side on the straight knee. And then you can switch to the other side and switch to the other side. That's what we try to execute. Every time we step with the left foot, the hip goes to the right. With the right foot, the hip goes to the left. Again, I'm not going to get stuck on this one. You can pick it up slowly, practice it by itself, doing it only with the knees. The knees are very important to move the torso because without knees, you can't do it. And now let's go for the hands. The hands is like holding a baby and moving it left and right, left and right. What happens there is we'll create distance. Turn your hands inwards. The ladies are like holding an egg between the middle and the thumb and holding this up and moving left and right, creating a void. You don't have to do a very huge movement. You can do a very small one if you like. And it goes same foot, same gap. The guys have slight punches. When I mean slight, I mean you punch, but you have them softly holding and you move your fingers. You see a little bit styling even in the beginning is not bad. Now that's all that I'm going to take. We're going to be doing more steps. Let's go slowly. I'm going to start counting 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Left, right, left, right. And to count you in so you know the speed, I will always say 5, 6, 7 and start. Okay? Let's try to put and the hip and the hands. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3 and 5, 6, 7. Now, you've noticed something, I hope you've noticed, that we don't do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There's like a little pause. That's because music, salsa music specifically, is written in 4/4 time. So when we do a full basics, it's 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the 4 and the 8, we do nothing. We don't do a step. We have 8 beats, but 6 steps. So we have what's called the salsa pause. In every step you will learn by me here, in this, the next, and all courses, we're using the pause. Okay? A nice easy way to think about it is quick, slow, quick, slow. One last time, and think of what I'm saying. I will be counting the 4 as well. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? Now you can keep your hands and don't do the hips, whatever suits you. Let's go for the next step. You're like, hallelujah, Well, don't worry, these next steps will go much faster because you already know the timing and the count and the musicality. Now we learn the most fundamental basic there is in salsa. That's why we call it just the basic or the mambo basic. We're going to go forward with the left, then replace the weight on the same spot with the right and close the feet together. Then we're going to go back with the right, replace the weight on the spot and then together. Now let's do it again slowly. Forward, step, together, back, step, together. Notice I'm not doing hip or hands so I can show you better. But if you add the hips and hands, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, together. Now, step number 2. Andrea, would you also turn it this way with me? Because you can see it much better when we are turned around. Step number 2 is quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow. So it's like going forward and back, but we go to the side. Remember to replace on the same spot. Don't bring the foot in. Keep it where it is and close. Then move to the side on the other side, replace and close. And just to solve a question that I usually get from my beginners, Alex, do we always start forward with the left and back with the right, to the side, always with the left and always to the right? Until you reach from the beginner, improver, intermediate level, yes, you try to keep a standard way of dancing. And especially on the basics, if you're doing the basics, it's always the left, forward, and always the right. So now we can combine together these basics. We have 3 basics so far. On the spot, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, repeat. 1, 2, 3, and next, number 1 basic. 1, 2, 3. We're going to be doing it 2 times each time. 1 more time. Now when we finish and conclude the 8, now we can do the next step. And 5, 6, 7. If you like, don't use the hip. Just keep the hands up. And then back to the basic. And 1. So you've noticed we'll always have to bring to conclusion the step 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 before we connect something else. Now we will continue with a very nice basic, which is called Latin cross. The Latin cross, instead of going forward, we're going to go back in diagonal just behind the other foot. Then replace the weight. Let's turn to this side. There we go. Now we're going back with the left, replace the weight with the right, and step to the side. Now you've seen it on this side, so I needed you to know that we're stepping on the spot. Let's see it from this side. We're going back 1, 2, side. Now with the right foot, 5, 6, side. It's your first step that you're learning that the feet are apart. And remember the quick, quick, slow. I'm getting annoying, I know. And quick, quick, pausa. Quick, quick, pausa. You see I can use my hips and my hands. Bam, bam, bam. Now we're doing it a few more times. 5, 6, 7, back to the basic. And 1. Our basic is our go-to. Is where we go to every time we finish another step. Alright? Now, to connect with the Latin cross, which is the back step that we just learned, they also call it the Cuban cross, they also call it just cross. We're going to do an over opening. This will give you, when you're with couples, these steps, your first figure. We're going to go back as we did, and back as we did, but now we're going to turn 15 minutes to our left, and to our right. Notice that there's not much pause now because 1, 2, because every time we use that pause to turn 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, conclusion back to the basic, and 1. So this is not a new step, this is a step that is combined with this one. We will have one more of that. Okay? And the last step that we do for today, don't think it's too much, guys, because what's coming next in the video, and not now with music, after the other steps, that will be your next day lesson. This 5 steps that we're learning today, these are your lessons for today. Take it easy, these are the only steps we're learning, and here's the last one, the right turn. I will ask for my lady to be turned this way. Now the right turn is a very cool turn. It's for the ladies in the beginning, but also for the guys. It's very important how to turn. There is right and left, but because of this lesson, not to get it too long or too many things, we're only going to learn the right turn, and in the next one we learn the left turn. So we're here, we do one basic first, forward, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and so. Now 3 steps, left, right, left. We're going to turn diagonally at 2 o'clock, 1, turn half a turn, 2, replace the weight, and 3 come together. Now we finish with the left, so that's the right one. And what does the right foot does? It goes back. Now the only thing we've done here is that we replace the 1, 2, 3 with the 1, 2, 3. A full 360 turn. Okay? Now Andrea, turn back to Bravo. And now that you know how it looks from that side, you can rewind the video and watch it again. We're both going to do it on this side. First basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more basic. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Turn to the right. A little bit slow. Left, right, left, and back. Very well. We've learned our 5 steps and we're ready to go to music. Let's go with music. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. On the 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, one more. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, one more. 1, 2, 3. To the stop. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3. Basic. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. We go back. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Open up. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Basic. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Right turn. And 1, 2, 3. 5, basic. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Big. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Now we're only going to do 2 steps. They're a little bit more difficult, but they're worth it. We're going to do how to do the left turn, the variation of the left turn, which is very useful for the guy and for the lady when she does a combination, which that will be our 3rd video after you learn this, the next one with partnering, and then the combinations. Okay, so take it slow. Now before you start this lesson, I suggest you go back to your previous one, do the 5 basics, rewind it, do it not only one time with us, and put your own music and do a whole song with it, then come and learn these 2 steps that we're going to do today. Now, the left turn. We have the right turn, but the left turn takes a full 8, except the variation. So, we start off with the basic as always. 1, 2, 3, pause, 5, 6, stop. Now, we're going to go forward with the left, and we're going to bring most of our weight forward. Remember in the previous video I said don't bring your weight forward. These are the exceptions. This is where we need power to stretch our bow so we can allow ourselves to turn. Turning and spinning is something that, in quotes, demands preparation. You can't just from 0 go to 100. You have to prepare from one side to turn to the other. So here you might twist also a little bit your shoulders. Replace on 2, start turning, and 3, you turn exactly 160 degrees. So you turn to the back. Now your right foot will go forward. 5, you haven't turned yet, it's important. Many people here on 5, they tend to start turning. So you want to go 5, and then turn full half a turn again, 6, and stepping the left on the spot, and then feet together. Now if the right foot goes a little bit forward instead of together, that's okay. The basic comes very naturally and easy from that. Let's do that one more time. Rewind it, guys, if you like it, because I want to keep this video, because they're online lessons. I don't want to make them 2 hours long. That would be just too tiring, but you can just rewind it and watch it again. All right, so we do the basic first. 1, 2, 3, left, turn, go. 1, to the back, forward, turn, together, and back to the basic. And again, as before, when we put music, we will be doing 2 basics, and then we're going to execute 2 times the move. Now, let's learn a variation of the left turn, which is finishing by 3, doing the 360 degrees by 3. So watch it here, we're going forward. 1, 2, and 3. Keep that right foot up, because 5, 6, 7, you go back. The ladies will tend to use this more, but it's very cool for the guys. Let's do 1 basic and variation left turn. Okay, let's do the left turn and then the left turn variation. Let's go to a basic first. 1, 2, 3, left turn, go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Basic 2, 3. Now left turn variation. 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, 7. Basic. 1, 2. Notice that we're going faster in order to make it on time. Go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep that foot. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. The next step is a very cool step that I pick up from one of the styles of 6 famous styles that exist in the world salsa. This is LA salsa on 1. There is mambo, there is on 2, there is Cuban, there's Puerto Rican, there's Colombiana salsa. And where we are going now is the Colombian step. It's a very nice step. The guys do it on their heels. The ladies do it on the ball of their foot. Yes, because you cannot do it on the heels. You can try it, but you won't be able to do this step extra. Now, the lady will turn this way, and I'm going to be turning this way just for the beginning. Instead of a basic forward, we're going to go swivel in. You see, it's like you want to go pee-pee. So you turn and swivel out, and then bring feet together. Then with the right foot, swivel in, swivel out, and together. Repeat. Swivel in, swivel out, together, swivel in, swivel out, together. Now, it's not finished. There's 2 more things that we need to do. We've learned how to do hip left and right. There are many variations of hip movements. The figure 8, the circular, the forward and back with body wave, and so many isolations. We need to use the hips. Swivel in, swivel out. If you straighten out your hands, it can really feel more intense. Now, watch here. The chest, because we're going to be dancing with partners or a show or in front of somebody, does not move as well. You try to keep this facing forward, and as much as you can, swivel your hips. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. Okay, now, if we try to apply hips, like the step is coming from your hips, not the step as itself, and we're going 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Much different. And for the guys, keeping your heel as high as possible. If you like your style to be lower, that's fine too. That gives you speed. But the higher you keep it, the more nice it looks. Now the last thing that I'm going to turn this way as well is taking a step. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now I really enjoy it. You know, I don't feel like I'm doing a step. I'm feeling that I'm dancing from my body. I'm going to go okay, let's go and do 1 time the Colombianas before we go to music. 1 basic. 1, 2, 3. Colombianas, 2 8s. And 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7. Basic 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7. Notice again, we have what I said in the previous lesson, the quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Let's go to music. Alright, now we're going for the next two footworks we're going to be learning. We have the Suzy Q and mites is great for toes. Alright, so let's get started first showing the Suzy Q. The Suzy Q is probably one of the most commonly known steps, and there is two little tricks to it. Using our hips like we did before in the Colombianas, and also keeping the back foot always on the ball. Okay, so what do I need? Let's do a basic first. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going to cross with the left and then bring this behind, and you notice it's not down, it's up. Then cross again with the left. Bring behind, cross again with the left. It's not so many times, I just did it again and again for practicing. The actual timing goes 1, 2, 3. You only cross 2 times. Now you're going to lift the right foot. 1, 2. You see the heel is up? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's do it one more time. We always say 2 times each. Tap, tap, and tap, tap, tap. Notice I didn't do any hip here when I told you, but I did keep this one. Watch it again with the basic now, using the hip as well. 1, 2, 3, Suzy Q, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, repeat. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 in the basic. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. So this is quite an important step, and fortunately it's a step that you can also do with your partners, just like all the other steps I showed you so far. On the next video, not this video, when we start partnering, I will show you all those steps, well, most of them, how they are danced with partner. Now, rewind if you need the video to learn it well, and the Suzy Q, one of the most famous steps, and then we're going to go tibidi, tibidi, tibidi. Mites in Greek, and that means toe of the foot. We do a basic first, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And we touch in, out. The second time that we go, we don't touch, we bring our weight and we lift up our back heels, all the weight is on the left. Now we're going to do the same thing with the right. In, out, cross. Let's do that again with the basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go, 6, 7. In, out, cross and lift, in, out, cross and stop. Now, if you have watched the previous videos only today and came to this lesson, you will find that I am being a very annoying teacher and I'm teaching you 2 difficult things. But if you follow the instructions and you give a few days in between practice, when you come to this one, you will feel ready and you can do it with your timing. Okay? So, don't hurt yourself by trying to do too many things at a short amount of time. Let's go one more time. With this time we're going to do the backward tibidis, mites, noses, and basic 1, 2, 3, so we complete it. We go and cross, cross, pam, 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 pam. Now here, same thing, but the third step goes back. So we move back. Might be a little bit hard, but with practice you'll get it. Now touch with the right, step back. If you like here, move back and tap with your left. That's number 8, the pause. We're becoming more improver. And 1, 2, 3, and 5. Improve improver, I always say that and you're like, what is it? Isn't it beginner, intermediate, advanced? No, it's beginner, improver, intermediate, advanced. When you know already the steps you know so far, you're not a beginner. You don't know 0 things. You know 10 things. So you're an improver level. Alright? Now, let's do before music how to do this basics on time, 2 times each. Okay, two basics, 2 Suzuki's. When I say 2, I mean 2 8s. 5, 6, basic. 1 basic, 2, 5, 6, 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Let's go Suzuki. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, repeat. Here's the second time. And we finish it. Back to the basic. 1 basic. Another one. Now let's go for the second step. TBD, TBD, TBD. 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Stay where you are. Let's try it one more time with TBD. Here we go. 6, 7. TBD, TBD, cross. TBD, TBD, cross. TBD, TBD, back. TBD, TBD, back and tap. And 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6, 7. You rewind this video, learn it, get it comfortable. I know I'm getting annoying saying that every time, but it's very important to be comfortable with the steps before you try it with music. Let's go to music now. 1 more basic. Suzuki, hey. Alright, you might be thinking, okay Alex, enough, I know enough steps, I want to start with a partner. Well, maybe not just yet. In this little fragment, in this little thing, I'm just going to show you one little step. Only one. Only one. It's 2 8s, but it's one. It's called the lace. Like the way you stitch a lace or the way the lady wears the lace, because it goes like that. It gives that feeling. It exists in many styles of dances, and it's very important to know, and it's nice to know it when you're a beginner already and not wait to go to an intermediate level to learn a step like this. We're going to cross just like we learned on the previous video. If you practice a few days and you come here, you will find this easier because we're also using hip and we're also using rotations of the foot. We're going to cross, step to the side, then with that foot again, cross but behind, step to the side, then cross to the front. Okay, so what's happening there is that this left foot is crossing, then there's a side step, then it's crossing, then there's a side step. But each time it changes. One crosses to the front, side step, crosses to the back, side step, and then crosses to the front, side step, crosses to the back. Okay, so to find this pattern, I'm going a little bit close to my partner so we have space to do it, and you can see it. Cross, side, cross, side, cross. Why don't I do more? Well, first of all, there's not much space. But that's as far as we go. We're going to execute now what's called a mumble kick, where we lift the knee up and extend out. Up to the level of the knee is perfect. We don't have to do it too much. Please do not do this. Please lift the knee first, and when you kick with your toes down, not up. Okay, now let's try it. Here we go. Lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice on 5 I changed something. I turned at 2 o'clock. When I'm talking about hours, I mean This is your 12 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 15 minutes, half an hour, so you learn the distances. Here we lift up and we do a kick, we step back with that foot and step to the side. We finish half of it, guys, because that was on one side, we do it on the other side, and we're done. And that will be your whole footwork you need to learn to be a good beginner to improver level salsa dancer. After this, the second video you will love. We're going to do all these steps with partnering, except this one because some of them do not work with partners. So let's do one last time to the right and then connect to the left. And cross, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're ready. We're going to cross with the right. Whatever the left was doing, the right will do now. We're going to cross, step to the side, cross behind, step to the side, cross to the front, a little bit diagonal, lift the knee up, kick, step back, and to the side. From here, move most of your weight on the right foot so you can go basic. Notice I did not bring my foot forward just like that. First I brought ankle to ankle, then I went forward. Small details that I like to share that actually make difference in how your basic look more fluent and a little bit more artistic. Okay? Now, I haven't put a count to it yet because first is better you learn the steps, the movement, and then you see how the count works. Basic first, 1, 2, 3, lace, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now that was with count. Rewind it, do it a few times to realize the count, and when you're ready, come and do it with music with us. We're going to do it 2 times with the music, but again, it falls to you that the next day and the one after, you will put a full song and practice all the previous one and this one. So again, before you do this one, go back to all the previous ones, do them, and come to this one and do it with the music that says 1 so you don't lose the beat, and try it with other music as well, because there's over 30 different styles of music of salsa. So you might find some of them easier to listen to one, some of them more difficult. But it's not your fault, the ear develops at its own pace. Take it easy, let's go to music. Ladies! Listen, 1, 2, one more. 1, 2, ladies! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 1 more basic.